Hi peeps, how is everyone? Doing well, I hope? Just a quick info today, a simple chunky granola. Now this is not so much a recipe as it is a rough guide, or a base if you will, to make your own and ditch the store-bought. One of the main reasons that it's not a proper recipe is to encourage you to use what you have in your cupboards, rather than going out to buy specific items. As a recommendation for the base, I would start with the jumbo rolled oats, coconut oil and honey, and the rest can be played around with to suit your needs and wants. To be honest, every time we make ours, we just use what we have in the cupboard already, and generally what we feel like eating that week, if it even lasts that long. To start with, preheat your oven to 150 degrees Celsius or 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Then melt your honey and coconut oil over a double boiler. Make sure it's over a double boiler because you want to retain its lovely goodness. The amount is dependent on what and how much you put into of the dry mix. It is always better to start with less and add more later on to get the desired texture and taste. I have retained some oats and blended them here as I just wanted to get a mix of textures the honey and oil could adhere to better to create the gorgeous huge chunks. You could also play around with a mixture of jumbo rolled oats and porridge oats, I suppose, or just leave the step out entirely. Then I added some desiccated coconut I had left over. I also wanted to use up some of the chia seeds we had, but only had the whole seeds, so I very much pointlessly attempted to grind them, to open them, to release the oils. Do not ask me why. I know it was completely pointless. Anyhow. Next I added some sultanas and sunflower seeds, and then I decided I wanted different sizes of sultanas and nuts. So here you will see me chopping up some of them with tropical fruit mix. There we go. So I've taken the bananas out of the mix and just roughly broken them because I didn't see a point in chopping those up. Afterwards I added a sprinkling of mixed seeds. This is just from the high in omega mix that you might have seen me purchase in my first time in town since lockdown shopping haul. And then following that I chopped up some almonds and hazelnuts. I clearly had way too many nuts in the house that day. But this is what I mean, just use what you have. Would you like some oats with those nuts and seeds? There we go, that's better. So then I add the honey and the coconut oil. Clearly what I added wasn't actually enough, so I opened a jar of eucalyptus honey, which we had for years now. We got it as a present from our friends, but for some reason never opened it. Well, we have now. I also melted some more coconut oil, and while I waited for that I added some salt. And do not skip on the salt. It is absolutely crucial for a well-balanced taste. Now get your hands clean, taste and test the texture. It needs to be wet enough to start forming clumps when squeezed together. I suppose you could get it slightly wetter than my mixture was here, but I ran out of oil and just didn't want to add any more honey. Next, you see me foolishly dump all of the mixture onto the one-lined baking sheet. You will need 2 sheets, unless you have industrial size oven and huge baking sheet, in which case kudos to you and I'm a little bit jealous. You do want to return some of that mixture for second sheet or tray. This one you will need to pat down as much as you can with the back of the spoon, as this will be the part will give you the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous chunks. And yes, I am reusing the paper from a previous bake. I just tend to do that, to be honest. Unless the previous bake was greasy, I just keep the paper for the next one. Why would I bin it if it's still good to go? Okay, bake this for about 20 minutes or until golden. Just be aware the granola won't be fully hardened yet, but it will become as it cools down. Just make sure you don't burn your edges. Been there, done that. Although that makes head cacao in it, and it may have been in the oven for 10 minutes too long. Oops. And there you have it. Just break the solid piece into smaller chunks and finish off as you desire fit. I did two versions here, one with dark chocolate chips and the other with cinnamon. Both absolutely divine. Also, remember to clean up and reuse the jars from foods you buy, please. There is absolutely no need to buy a designated jar for everything. Just reuse before you recycle. Simple. And it saves you money. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I post next one. Also, do let me know if you've tried it and what variations you've come up with, as I'm always looking to get inspired. I look forward to seeing you in the next one, guys. Bye!